Alright guys, back again with just a quick review on one of my first EDC knives. It's a Columbia River knife and tool. It's CRKT models M16-10KZ. Um, now I'm just gonna run some specs real quick just so we know what we're looking at. Depending on whose website you look at it, some say the steel's AUS 8, some say it's AUS 4. The hardness on scale is 55 to 57. The actual site of CRKT does say it's AUS 4. So it also says it weighs between 2.3 and 2 ounces. So about 2 ounces either way. So it's a really extremely light knife. It has a 3-inch blade. It's about 7 inches overall. It does have that auto lock system that is on a lot of the CRKT knives. You can see right here. Which I don't mind, but I know some people don't care for. It also has a Tanto style edge. It has stainless steel liners. This particular one is the Tanto edge. Combo, it's got serrated and the plain edge on there. It has a Zytel handle. So now that I've got all the specifics out of the way, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of do a real quick overview, as I always do, of the knife. This is my first kind of carry everyday knife. Just want to let you know, it only has a 3-inch blade. It's an extremely light knife. I don't think this is an EDC knife for somebody that's going to be doing an extreme amount of cutting, like in the field, cutting rope. Not to say they can't do that, like a farm hand or something like that. No. But for us urban dwellers, I think it's a great EDC knife. And basically, it's what I like to call, I don't know, like an urban EDC knife. First off, I don't think you'll do great in a defensive role if you need to employ it for that, but any knife is better than no knife. So I just wanted to go ahead and say that. Hopefully, you would never have to do that, and I certainly would not. But let's just go ahead and get down to the knife. First off, on deployment speed, insanely fast. Yeah, I mean, it's just a quick knife. You just have this little part right here, comes out on the backside, flick it with your finger, out it comes. It's also adjustable in tension, so if you want to make it looser or tighter, right there. Just a flathead screw, which I like. No torques needed, just a flathead, which I think is great. Here you take a look at the blade, CRKT engraved on it. Backside we've got some other writing, says just a model number stuff. I know my camera's not that great because it doesn't bring out all the detail. But the Tanto blade, which I'm a big fan of, I like the Tanto style. And then as we kind of zoom out here, you can see the handle. Handle's pretty nice. I don't have large hands. I think I have medium-sized hands with sausage fingers. But it fits in that hand fairly nice. It doesn't exactly fill it up. If you got larger hands, it probably won't. But once again, for what it's intended for, I think it'll be fine. It does have jimping on the top side. Once again, I know that the camera's not that great, so you can't see it, but it's got this jimping right here where my thumb is. It's not super steep, but there is something, which is kind of nice. And once again, I don't think I'll be using it for defense, hopefully, but it's got some jimping over there for cutting tasks, which is always good. And right here, this part right here, which was part of the finger deployment, holds your finger in pretty nice right here. Stops it. It also has jimping. Jimping on here is actually a little bit sharper, so that's kind of nice. It does have a pocket clip on it, right here. Pocket clip's pretty decent. I've had this, like I said, about 2 years or a little bit longer. And it loosened up a little bit over time, but I mean, it took a really long time for me carrying it every day. And of course, it's got some just, I believe they're just they're Torx or star heads on here, and you just tighten them up and they work fine. You can't reset the clip to any position, unfortunately. It is what it is. It's just you lock it up, sits in your pocket just like that. So tip down carry. But for what you're probably going to pay for the knife, it's a really good knife. It only weighs 2 ounces. Sometimes you even forget you had it because it's so light. Cuts boxes, paper, certain amounts of rope really well. It does have serrations on there too, as I said, if you really want to cut anything nasty. And it's worked great for the couple of years that I had it. It really does. It's not ideal, like I said, a defensive blade, but any blade's better than no blade. And the handles are Zytel. It does allow for decent purchase because it kind of has these grooves right here, which is good. I I like it. Now, when I bought mine, I bought it for around 15 bucks. When I look on the internet, I see them selling as high as $29. You know, $30 plus shipping. You know, guys, do yourself a favor. Don't buy the knife for $30. For $30, you could buy yourself something else that has a lot more capability. But if you find it in 15 or under $20 range, it's definitely worth it. The last spot I saw it where it had a really good price was Big 5, and they were about $16, I think, and that's, I think, ideal for this knife. At one time, I did find this knife. They were clearing it out at Walmart for $7. Yeah, I already had one, so unfortunately I didn't need it, but yeah, it was $7, and if you got in on that, then you're a lucky guy, because that's a good price. You should buy 5 of them for that price and give them away as gifts or keep them as extras. But it cuts boxes, cardboard, light cardboard cutting, rope, tape. Use it a lot for when I'm shipping things out at the post office, and it works well. And I also like it because it's not necessarily the most low profile blade, but it's black. Everything's black and white. You stick it in your pocket. If you've got dark or black pants on, people are not going to notice you have it. And it's not a big-o, intimidating knife, so people just probably won't think as much of it, which makes it great if you're trying to maintain a low profile. But once again, an excellent blade for under $20. You can find it. Do not purchase it for more than that. I'm real happy with it. 2 years, does all the cutting tasks well. I've sharpened it a couple times with my home sharpener and still remains sharp to this day. And just a really good knife if you can find it for under 20 bucks. So if you can find one something like that, looking for something light, easy to carry, maybe your first knife, I highly recommend this. Thanks a lot. Feel free to post comments or suggestions or anything else you'd like to see reviewed. I'm sure I've missed some things. I'm kind of new at it, so I'm definitely open to criticism. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.